Today, we uncover the shocking truth about the cooking oils sold in UK supermarkets and reveal the ultimate oil and fat guide for your kitchen. For decades, you've been told that vegetable oil is heart healthy, that sunflower oil is better for you than butter, that rapeseed oil is a smart modern choice, while animal fats will clog your arteries and harm your health. But here's what they didn't tell you. Rapeseed oil was originally invented as industrial lubricant. It was used in machinery like WD-40 for factory equipment. Then someone realized they could make more money selling it as food. They ran studies claiming it was healthy for you, studies that were funded by the rapeseed oil industry itself. Sunflower oil produces more cancer-linked compounds when heated than any other cooking oil on the market. And your great-grandmother, who cooked with beef dripping and duck fat and lived to 93 with a sharp mind and a strong heart, she wasn't lucky. She was right. You've been eating industrial waste repackaged as health food. The doctors who told your parents to throw out the lard and buy vegetable oil, many of them were influenced by research funded by the companies selling vegetable oil. McDonald's used to fry their chips in beef tallow. Everyone loved it. Then, in the 1990s, activists said saturated fat would harm us, so McDonald's switched to vegetable oil. The chips got worse. Obesity rates exploded across the country. Your body makes 3,000 milligrams of cholesterol every single day. That 20 milligrams in your butter is statistically irrelevant. The entire fear campaign about dietary cholesterol was built on flawed science, much of it funded by companies that had a financial interest in selling you seed oils instead of traditional fats. So we've gone through the major brands currently sold in UK supermarkets, and we'll expose the 29 real cooking oils and fats which are still sold within those walls, the ones your ancestors used, the ones that won't create toxic compounds when you heat them. Then I'll tell you about the industrial oils you should avoid at all costs, the ones sitting on the shelf right now pretending to be healthy. But before we get into it, I need you to do something. Click the hype button right now. Not just like hype, because every time you hype this video, it pushes this information to more people. More families who've been lied to for 50 years. More people who deserve to know that the cooking oil their doctor recommended was invented as machine lubricant. The food industry has spent billions convincing us that their industrial products are healthier than real food. They've got massive marketing budgets, sponsored research, and experts on their payroll. We've got each other. When you hype this video, you're not just supporting a channel. You're helping to spread information that could genuinely improve someone's health. You're pushing back against corporations that have been feeding us processed waste and calling it progress. Your hype sends a message. It tells them we're not buying their lies anymore. It forces them to pay attention because when enough people start buying real food again, it hits their bottom line. Trends shift. Buyer habits change. And suddenly they have to respond. So hit that hype button, share this with someone who still thinks vegetable oil is a health food, because this is how we take back control of what goes into our bodies. Let's start with the worst offenders, the ones you need to bin after watching this video. First up, Crisco and vegetable shortening. This stuff is literally industrial waste in a tub. It's made from hydrogenated vegetable oils, a process that creates trans fats. Trans fats are so harmful that many countries have banned them outright. Crisco was invented by Procter & Gamble, a soap company, as a way to sell their soap-making byproducts. They marketed it as a modern alternative to lard, convinced housewives that traditional fats were old-fashioned and unhealthy. It worked. For decades, people baked with this stuff. And for decades, heart disease rates climbed. If you've got Crisco in your kitchen, throw it in the bin. And definitely don't pour it down the sink. That'll clog your pipes just as badly as the ones in your body. Just chuck the whole thing in the rubbish. You're not wasting money. You're preventing future medical bills. Second, margarine. Margarine was invented as a cheap butter substitute, and it's been marketed as heart-healthy for years, despite being loaded with industrial oils and additives. The original margarine formulations contained so much trans fat that some brands have now reformulated, but it's still fundamentally a processed product made from refined seed oils. Butter is cream. One ingredient. Margarine is a list of chemicals pretending to be food. There's no contest here. Third, sunflower oil. Here's the bombshell about sunflower oil. When you heat it, It produces more aldehydes than any other cooking oil. Aldehydes are toxic compounds linked to cancer and heart disease. Research shows that despite sunflower oil having a smoke point of around 230 degrees Celsius, it's recommended you keep the temperature very low if you're using it, which defeats the entire point of cooking oil. So you've got an oil that's marketed as heart-healthy, low in saturated fat, perfect for frying, but when you actually fry with it, it creates cancer-linked compounds. The bottle sitting on your shelf right now, next to 8-pound extra virgin olive oil, costs £2 and turns into poison when you heat it. Bin it. Fourth, rapeseed oil. Let's talk about rapeseed. Rapeseed oil was used as industrial lubricant during the Second World War. It had a natural bitter taste and had to be heavily processed to become palatable for humans. In the 1970s, Canadian scientists developed a version with lower levels of certain compounds, and they called it rapeseed oil, short for Canadian oil. It was marketed as one of the healthiest vegetable oils you could use. 3 peer-reviewed studies between 2013 and 2016 declared it heart-healthy. Sounds legitimate, doesn't it? Academic research, except those studies were headed by the rapeseed oil industry. They literally funded the research that declared their own product healthy. If your dog runs through a rapeseed field, it will burn your dog's ears and eyes like mustard gas. That's the plant this oil comes from. Industrial lubricant rebranded as health food, with industry-funded studies to back it up. And now it's in your kitchen, recommended by doctors who were taught from textbooks influenced by that same industry funding. Fifth, corn oil. Highly processed, stripped of nutrients, high in omega-6 fatty acids. It's one of the cheapest oils to produce, which is why it's everywhere. It's been linked to obesity and impaired brain function in multiple studies. The only notable nutrient it contains is vitamin E, and you can get that from actual food. Corn oil exists because corn is heavily subsidized, making it profitable to turn into cheap cooking oil. Not because it's good for you. Sixth, soybean oil. This is the oil you'll find in 90% of processed foods. It's in your crisps, your biscuits, your ready meals. Unless it's organic, it's almost certainly genetically modified. It's extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, and the modern Western diet already has an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of about 15:1, when it should be closer to 1:1. That imbalance drives chronic inflammation, which underlies heart disease, arthritis, diabetes, and a host of other conditions. Soybean oil is cheap to produce at massive scale, which is exactly why food manufacturers love it. Your health is not part of that equation. Now let's get into the real food. The fats and oils that humans have been using for thousands of years, the ones that don't require chemical solvents and industrial refining to become edible. These are the ones you should be buying. Number 30. Butter. This is one of the oldest cooking fats in Europe. It's been used for thousands of years. It naturally contains fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K2. Those are vitamins your body actually needs and can only absorb in the presence of fat. It contains butyric acid, the same short-chain fatty acid that's in ghee, which supports gut health and reduces inflammation. If it's grass-fed butter, it's richer in omega-3 fatty acids and contains CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, which has anti-cancer properties. It's one ingredient, cream. Compare that to margarine, which has 15 ingredients you can't pronounce. For 50 years, they told you butter would harm your health, that it would clog your arteries and increase your risk of heart disease. Those claims were based on flawed science, much of it funded by companies that had a financial interest in selling you vegetable oil instead. Your body makes 3,000 milligrams of cholesterol every day. The 20 milligrams in a tablespoon of butter is statistically irrelevant. The entire fear campaign about dietary cholesterol was built on sand, and it's collapsing. Even cardiologists are starting to admit they got it wrong. Your grandmother was right. She cooked with butter. She lived to 93, and she didn't need statins or blood pressure medication to get there. Butter works well for low to medium heat cooking and baking. It's not ideal for high heat frying because of that 150 degrees smoke point, but for most home cooking, it's perfect. Grass-fed butter is historically what people ate before industrial farming. Cows eating grass, not grain. That makes the butter richer in nutrients. Kerrygold Pure Irish Salted Butter is the gold standard. It's from grass-fed cows, and it's widely available at Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda, Ocado and Morrisons. Lurpak Slightly Salted Butter is available everywhere. Anchor Salted Butter is another solid option. This is what real food looks like. One ingredient, no chemical extraction, no refining, no industry-funded studies needed to convince you it's safe. Just cream, cultured and churned, the way it's been done for thousands of years. Number 29. Avocado oil. This has the highest smoke point of any natural cooking oil, up to 270 degrees Celsius. That means you can sear steaks, stir-fry at serious heat, and it won't break down into toxic compounds the way sunflower air oil does. It's derived from fruit pulp, not seeds, so it's in the same category as olive oil. It's over 70% monounsaturated fats, the same fats that make olive oil heart healthy. But here's where it gets interesting. Research shows that avocado oil enhances your absorption of fat-soluble vitamins from vegetables by 200 to 400%. Vitamins A, D, E, and K need fat to be absorbed. If you're eating a salad with no fat, you're barely absorbing those vitamins. Add avocado oil, and suddenly your body can actually use them. It has a neutral flavor, so it won't overpower dishes the way olive oil sometimes can. Yes, it's expensive. You're looking at £6 to £10 for 250 milliliters. But you're using tablespoons, not cups. A bottle lasts months, and you're getting the highest heat tolerance and a nutrient absorption boost that makes your vegetables more nutritious. Pure South Press, pure avocado oil is at Tesco. Sainsbury's avocado oil is the budget-friendly own-brand option. This is premium, but it's worth it if you want an oil that can handle serious heat without breaking down. Number 28. Virgin coconut oil, unrefined. This has been widely used in tropical cuisines for centuries. Pacific Islander populations who've eaten coconut oil as a staple fat have low rates of heart disease, despite the oil being 90% saturated fat. That flies in the face of everything we've been told. Coconut oil contains medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, which your body processes differently from other fats. Instead of storing them, your body sends MCTs straight to the liver to be used for energy. It also contains lauric acid, which has antimicrobial properties. Lauric acid fights bacteria and viruses. This is the oil that went from being called an artery-clogging villain to a superfood. That's nutrition science's most embarrassing U-turn, and it happened because the original studies demonizing coconut oil were based on hydrogenated coconut oil, not the natural unrefined version. Lucy B Extra Virgin Organic Coconut Oil is available at Holland & Barrett and on Amazon UK. Nutiva Organic Virgin Coconut Oil is another option on Amazon UK. Biona Organic Coconut Oil is at Tesco. This is traditional, it's been used for millennia, and it's stable enough to sit in your cupboard for 2 years without going rancid. Number 27. Beef dripping. This is your great-grandma's secret, and it's literally one ingredient. Beef, that's it. Compare that to a bottle of vegetable oil, which has been extracted using hexane, a petroleum product, then bleached, deodorized, and stripped of anything resembling nutrition. Beef dripping is a byproduct of cooking beef, so it's true nose-to-tail eating. Nothing goes to waste. It's cheaper than most cooking oils, yet it's made from actual beef instead of industrially extracted seeds. It's high in saturated and monounsaturated fats, making it stable for cooking. If it's from grass-fed cattle, it contains fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. Your grandparents would recognize this instantly, and they lived to 90 with no statins, no blood pressure medication, and no chronic disease managed by pharmaceuticals. This is how Britain cooked for centuries before someone convinced us that rapeseed lubricant was a health food. Morrison's beef dripping is widely available at Morrison's. Britannia Finest beef dripping is at Tesco. It's affordable, it's traditional, and it's real. Number 26. Goose fat. This is what made British Sunday roasts legendary for centuries. It's high in monounsaturated fat, similar to olive oil, so the fatty acid profile is actually balanced. It has a rich flavor, which means you need very little. It's been used historically in French cuisine as well, but in the UK, it's synonymous with proper roast potatoes. It's sitting ignored in the cooking fats section, while spray oils dominate the shelf space. Spray oils are usually cheap seed oils in an aerosol can with propellants and additives. Goose fat is one ingredient. Goose. Waitrose goose fat is the classic option. Widely available. Tesco also sells their own brand goose fat. This is traditional British cooking, the kind that made Sunday lunch something people looked forward to, not something they tolerated. Number 25. Duck fat. This is famous for creating the crispiest roast potatoes you've ever had. It's used in Michelin star restaurants for French confit, and now you can buy it at Tesco for less than many premium seed oils. It's 50% monounsaturated fat, which is the same heart-healthy fat profile as olive oil. It's excellent for roasting vegetables and potatoes. It has a deep, savory flavor, and a little goes a long way. One spoonful transforms bland vegetables into restaurant-quality food. It's a staple in traditional European cooking, and it's been used for centuries. Gressingham duck fat is available at Tesco, often on club card offer for £2.50. Waitrose Dutchy organic duck fat is another option if you want the organic version. This is the flavor secret that restaurants use, and home cooks ignore because they've been convinced spray oil is modern and convenient. Number 24. Lard. This has been vilified for decades, but here's what they didn't tell you. Lard is one of the best food sources of vitamin D, which is especially important in the UK where sunlight is scarce half the year. It's 45% monounsaturated fat. That's the good fat everyone says to eat more of. It's the same fat that makes olive oil heart-healthy. Lard has been used for centuries in baking and frying. It produces the flakiest pastry crusts you'll ever make. Your great-great-grandparents cooked with this exclusively. Heart disease was rare. Then we switched to vegetable shortening and seed oils, and heart disease became an epidemic. The word lard became an insult. Meanwhile, seed oils became heart-healthy. That's the greatest food marketing scam in history. Tate & Lyle Pure Lard is available in the baking sections of most UK supermarkets. It's traditional, it's affordable, and it's real food. Number 23. Bacon grease. This is a natural byproduct of cooking bacon, and you're literally throwing away liquid gold if you pour this down the sink after breakfast. It has the same nutritional profile as lard, high in monounsaturated fat, but with a smoky, savory bacon flavor. It's stable for medium-heat cooking. You'll fry your eggs in this, saute vegetables, add it to dishes where that bacon flavor makes sense. And it's free. You already paid for the bacon. Now use every part of it. This is traditional kitchen reuse, the kind of thriftiness that used to be common sense before we started buying industrial oils and throwing away real fat. Save your bacon grease from any supermarket bacon. Tesco Finest dry-cured streaky bacon is a good example. Cook the bacon, pour the fat into a jar, keep it in the fridge, use it for the next week. Maximum flavor, zero waste, and it's better for you than the seed oil you were going to use instead. Number 22. Beef tallow. This is what McDonald's used to fry their chips in before the 1990s. Everyone loved those chips. They were legendary. Then activists said saturated fat would harm us, so McDonald's switched to vegetable oil. The chips got worse, obesity rates exploded across the country and the Western world. Coincidence? Beef tallow is highly stable at high heat. It won't break down into toxic compounds the way seed oils do. It contains conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, when it's from grass-fed cattle. CLA has anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties. It also contains stearic acid, which is a saturated fat that science now admits doesn't raise cholesterol like other saturated fats. That's been overlooked for 50 years, while we were told all saturated fat was equally bad. Good Fats organic British grass-fed beef tallow is available at Waitrose and on Amazon UK. It's premium, yes. It's also what made fast food taste good before corporations decided profit margins mattered more than quality. Number 21. Sesame oil. This has a distinct nutty flavor that's been used in Asian cuisine for thousands of years. It contains sesamol and sesamin, which are antioxidant compounds found in no other oil. Those compounds have been studied for their anti-inflammatory and cardiovascular benefits. Sesame oil has been used medicinally in Ayurveda and Chinese medicine for 5,000 years. If a fat has been used for 5,000 years, maybe it's better than something invented in 1870s Ohio. It's often used as a finishing oil rather than a cooking oil. You'll add it at the end for flavor. A few drops gives you instant umami depth, and it makes vegetables taste good enough that you'll actually want to eat them. Kodoya Pure Sesame Oil is a very authentic Japanese brand, commonly found in the Asian sections of UK supermarkets. Lee Kum Ki is another solid option, widely available at Tesco, Sainsbury's and Asda. This is ancient wisdom in a bottle, and it's still sitting on the shelf while people walk past it to grab sunflower oil. Number 20. Walnut oil. This is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA. It's one of the best plant sources of omega-3 you can find. It has a delicate nutty flavor that's ideal for salads and cold dishes. It's popular in Mediterranean and French cuisine. You'll drizzle it on finished dishes, never heat it. The polyunsaturated fats in walnut oil are extremely delicate. Heating them destroys the nutrients and creates harmful compounds. La Tourangelle walnut oil is available at Ocado, Whole Foods, and on Amazon UK. This is brain food in a bottle. The omega-3s support cognitive function, reduce inflammation, and balance out the omega-6 overload from the modern diet. Just use it cold. Number 19. Macadamia nut oil. This has one of the highest monounsaturated fat contents of any oil, over 80%. That makes it incredibly stable for cooking. It's also low in omega-6, which is rare for nut oils. Most nut oils are high in omega-6, contributing to that inflammatory imbalance. Macadamia nut oil doesn't do that. It has a buttery-rich flavor without any dairy and a medium-high smoke point of around 210 degrees Celsius. It's expensive, but a little goes a long way. You're not deep frying in this. You're using it for special dishes where that buttery richness elevates the food. Macadamia Gold macadamia oil is available at health food shops and online. It's a luxury option, but if you want the highest monounsaturated fat content and a neutral omega balance, this is it. Number 18. Extra virgin olive oil. This is central to the Mediterranean diet, which has been studied for decades and consistently shows lower rates of heart disease, stroke, and chronic disease. It's rich in polyphenols, which are natural antioxidants that reduce inflammation. It's produced by mechanical pressing, no chemical refining, no hexane extraction, just olives crushed and pressed. And here's the myth that needs to be destroyed. You've been told not to cook with extra virgin olive oil because it has a low smoke point and it'll break down and become toxic. That's wrong. Recent research shows that smoke point alone is a terrible guide to oil stability. When scientists actually tested oils under real cooking heat, extra virgin olive oil performed very strongly. It produced low levels of toxic compounds. Meanwhile, sunflower oil, with its higher smoke point, created the most cancer-linked aldehydes of any oil tested. Smoke point is not the issue. Stability is, and extra virgin olive oil is stable. It's also the only cooking oil in multiple studies that isn't associated with weight gain or obesity. The fattening oil we were told to avoid is the only one that doesn't make you fat. Your body makes 3,000 milligrams of cholesterol every single day. The 20 milligrams in your food is irrelevant. Stop worrying about cholesterol. Start worrying about inflammation. And extra virgin olive oil reduces inflammation. Not all olive oils are equal, though. Some bottles have 500 milligrams per kilogram of polyphenols, others are basically just oil with minimal antioxidants. Read the label, look for single origin, cold extracted, dark glass bottles. Terra Delissa extra virgin olive oil is available at Tesco. It's single origin from Tunisia, cold extracted, traceable. That's the number one choice. Filippo Berio extra virgin olive oil is widely available at all major supermarkets, and it's a solid, accessible option. Citizens of Soil Organic Greek extra virgin olive oil is at Ocado, and it's explicitly marketed with 500 milligrams per kilogram of polyphenols. That's the antioxidant bomb. Belezu First Press Verdemanda is at Ocado, early harvest Arbequina olives. Maximum antioxidants. Biona Organic Extra Virgin Olive Oil is at Waitrose and Sainsbury's, dark glass bottle organic certified. These are the real options. 5,000 years of human use, Mediterranean populations eating this with low heart disease rates. Then we switched to healthy vegetable oil 50 years ago, and obesity exploded. Number 17. Mustard oil. This is traditional in Indian and Bengali cooking, and it has natural antimicrobial compounds. It's been used in traditional medicine as well as cooking. It's high in monounsaturated fats and contains omega-3 ALA. It has a sharp, pungent flavor that's not for everything. You'll use it in pickles, curries, and specific regional dishes where that strong flavor is part of the profile. It's not a neutral oil. It's a flavor-forward ingredient. If you're cooking Indian or Bengali cuisine, this is authentic. If you're making a stir-fry, it'll overpower everything. KTC Pure Mustard Oil is available in the Asian grocery sections of some Tesco and Sainsbury's locations, especially in areas with large South Asian populations. It's traditional, it's got health properties, and it's been used for centuries while the West was developing industrial seed oils. Number 16. Groundnut oil, also called peanut oil. This is widely used in Asian stir-frying because of its high smoke point, around 230 degrees Celsius. It's stable for deep frying, which is why it's popular in restaurant cooking. Five Guys fries all their chips in peanut oil. That rich, slightly nutty flavor comes from this. It has a mild taste with just enough nuttiness to add depth without overpowering dishes. It's high in monounsaturated fats, which are the fats everyone tells you to eat more of. But here's the warning. If anyone in your household has a peanut allergy, do not bring this into your kitchen. Cross-contamination is a real risk. KTC groundnut oil is available at Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda, and Morrisons. If you want the classic British frying oil, crisp and dry peanut oil is also widely available in most supermarkets. This is restaurant-quality frying oil that's been used for decades, and it's stable at high heat. Number 15. Red palm oil unrefined. This is naturally rich in carotenoids, which are the antioxidants that give it its red color. Those carotenoids are vitamin A precursors, meaning your body converts them into vitamin A. It also contains vitamin E compounds called tocotrienols, which are powerful antioxidants. Red palm oil has been a traditional cooking fat in West African cuisine for thousands of years. Here's an important distinction. Red palm oil and olive oil are the only fruit-based oils. Everything else comes from seeds. That matters because fruit oils tend to be less processed and more stable. Now, there are valid environmental concerns around palm oil. Deforestation in Southeast Asia has been driven partly by palm oil production. If you're buying this, look for sustainably sourced versions, and critically, avoid refined white palm oil that's been stripped of all its nutrients and is just industrial fat. The red color is the antioxidants. If it's white, it's worthless. Tropical sun-red palm oil is widely available in the Afro-Caribbean sections of UK supermarkets. It's nutrient-dense, it's traditional, and if it's sustainably sourced, it's a legitimate option. Number 14. Ghee. This is clarified butter, used in Indian cooking for 5,000 years. Not as food, as medicine. Ayurvedic doctors prescribed ghee for gut health, inflammation, brain function. It's butter with the milk solids removed, which makes it lactose-free and gives it a much higher smoke point than regular butter. Butter burns at 150 degrees Celsius. Ghee can handle 250 degrees Celsius without turning toxic. The milk solids in butter are what burn and create harmful compounds at high heat. Ghee removes that problem entirely. It contains butyrate, which is a short-chain fatty acid that reduces gut inflammation. It's rich in vitamins D, E, and K2. And here's the devastating part. Indian villages that cooked with ghee had 0 diabetes, 0 heart disease. Then they switched to sunflower oil and soybean oil, and now India has one of the fastest rising diabetes rates in the world. The oil changed. The disease followed. Ghee is relegated to the world food section in UK supermarkets, tucked away next to the poppadoms and spices, while margarine gets prime shelf space at eye level. That tells you everything about priorities. Ghee is traditional. It's medicinal. It's been used successfully for millennia. Margarine is industrial waste, repackaged as modern convenience. East End Pure Butter Ghee is widely available at Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda, and Morrisons. KTC Pure Butter Ghee is another option. This is 5,000 years of wisdom sitting in the ethnic aisle, ignored. Number 13. Rice bran oil. This is extracted from the outer layer of rice grains and has been used for centuries in Japan, India, and China for high-heat cooking. It contains a compound called oryzanol, which is unique to rice bran and has been studied for its potential effects on cholesterol balance. It has a high smoke point of around 230 degrees Celsius, making it versatile for frying. It's popular across Asia and often called healthy rice oil. But here's the thing, it's still a refined oil. It's not as minimally processed as cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil or traditional animal fats. It's better than sunflower oil, but it's not in the same league as the top-tier options. King Rice Bran oil is available in the Asian food aisles of some UK supermarkets. It's a solid middle ground option if you're cooking Asian cuisine. But don't mistake it for a superfood. Number 12. Grapeseed oil. This is a byproduct of wine production, which means it uses what would otherwise be waste. It has a light flavor, it's versatile, and it has a high smoke point of around 216 degrees Celsius. It's popular in European kitchens, and it's high in vitamin E. But here's the caveat. It's very high in omega-6, around 70% or more, which means if you're using it frequently, it's contributing to that inflammatory imbalance. It's not terrible. It's not sunflower oil creating aldehydes. But there are better options. If you're using it, use it sparingly. Filippo Berio grapeseed oil is available at Tesco, Sainsbury's, and Waitrose. It's not the worst choice, but it's not the best either. Number 11. Flaxseed oil, also called linseed oil. This is one of the richest sources of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA. It's anti-inflammatory, it supports heart health, and it's often sold as a nutritional supplement as much as a cooking oil. But here's the critical part. You never cook with this. It's extremely delicate. Heat breaks it down into harmful compounds. You'll drizzle it cold on salads, oatmeal, or smoothies. It must be refrigerated and used within weeks of opening. If you heat flaxseed oil, you're destroying the exact nutrients you're trying to consume and creating toxic byproducts in the process. Biona Organic Flaxseed Oil is widely available at Waitrose and Holland and Barrett, kept in the refrigerated section. This is the omega-3 king, but only if you use it correctly. Number 10. Hemp oil. This has one of the only oils with an ideal omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, around 3:1. Humans evolved eating a ratio close to 1:1. The modern Western diet has pushed that to 15:1, driving chronic inflammation across the population. Hemp oil helps rebalance that. It's derived from hemp seeds, which are legal and non-psychoactive. It has a nutty, earthy flavor that's perfect for salad dressings. You'll never heat this. It's delicate, low smoke point. Use it cold only. Biona Organic Hemp Oil is available at Waitrose and health stores. This is one of the few oils actively working to correct the inflammatory imbalance that industrial seed oils have created. Number 9. Tea seed oil. This has been used for centuries in Chinese cuisine, and it's often called Eastern olive oil because it's high in monounsaturated fat, specifically oleic acid, just like olive oil. But here's the kicker. It has a higher smoke point than extra virgin olive oil, up to 252 degrees Celsius. It's light with a slightly sweet flavor, less overpowering than olive oil, and it's rich in antioxidants, including polyphenols and vitamin E. It's virtually unknown in the West, despite centuries of use in Asia. If you can find Clear Spring Organic Camellia Oil, which is marketed as camellia or tea seed oil, it's available at Waitrose and some health stores. This is a legitimate high-heat option with a strong nutritional profile that's been hiding in plain sight. Number 8. Almond oil. This has one of the highest vitamin E contents of any oil, making it an antioxidant powerhouse. It's rich in monounsaturated fats, similar to olive oil, but with a mild, slightly sweet flavor that won't overpower delicate dishes. It has a medium-high smoke point of around 216 degrees Celsius, so it's versatile for cooking. It's also edible-grade almond oil that can double for skincare, though you'll want to check it's specifically food-grade if you're cooking with it. La Tourangelle almond oil is available at Ocado and on Amazon UK. It's gentle, it's nutrient-dense, and it's a far cry from industrially refined seed oils. Number 7. Algae oil. This is a modern innovation derived from microalgae. It's sustainable because it doesn't require farmland. It's water-efficient and eco-friendly compared to many other oil production methods. Algae oil is also a source of omega-3 DHA, which is usually only found in fish. It has a neutral flavor and an extremely high smoke point, up to 260 degrees Celsius. It's still emerging, so you won't find it in every supermarket yet, but it's worth watching. Thrive Algae Oil is available on Amazon UK and in some specialty stores. This is the future of cooking oils. If we move away from industrial seed oils, it's sustainable, it's neutral, and it can handle serious heat without breaking down. Number 6. Refined coconut oil. This is coconut oil that's been refined to remove the flavor and aroma so it won't make your stir-fry taste like a piña colada. Not everyone wants coconut flavor in their savory cooking. This solves that problem. It's still very stable saturated fat, resistant to oxidation during cooking. It has no trans fats, it's solid at room temperature, liquid when heated, which makes it perfect for baking. And here's the key part. It's 2 to 4 pounds for 650 milliliters at most supermarkets. There's no excuse not to ditch the sunflower oil when this is sitting right next to it, for roughly the same price. KTC 100% pure coconut cooking oil is widely available at Asda, Tesco, Sainsbury's and Morrisons. It's affordable, it's stable, and it's far superior to the industrial seed oils taking up most of the shelf space. Number 4. Virgin olive oil, not extra virgin. This is still mechanically pressed, meaning no chemical solvents like the ones used for seed oils. It has slightly lower polyphenol content than extra virgin, but those antioxidants are still present. It has a milder flavor than extra virgin, so it won't overpower delicate dishes, and it has a higher smoke point, which makes it better for high-heat cooking if cost is a concern. It's the middle ground between extra virgin olive oil and refined seed oils. If the choice is between this and sunflower oil, this wins every single time. It's not perfect, it's not as nutrient-dense as extra virgin, but it's real food, mechanically extracted, and it's been used for thousands of years. Bertolli virgin olive oil is available at most supermarkets. It's accessible, it's affordable, and it's infinitely better than the industrial oils dominating the shelves. Number 3. Shea butter, food grade. This is a traditional fat used in West African cooking. It's rich in stearic and oleic acids, making it very stable for cooking. In some West African cuisines, it's used in sauces and frying. It's solid at room temperature, similar to coconut oil. Most shea butter you'll find in the UK is cosmetic grade, but food grade versions exist. Acoma Raw Shea Butter Food Grade is available on Amazon UK. It's a crossover ingredient. You can use it for skincare and for cooking, though it's definitely more niche than your everyday fats. It's stable, traditional, and it's been used for generations in regions where people weren't being sold industrial seed oil. Number 2. Cocoa butter. This is the fat extracted from cocoa beans, and it's what gives chocolate its melt-in-your-mouth texture. Extremely stable saturated fat that won't oxidize or break down. It's mostly used in chocolate making and desserts, not everyday cooking, but it's worth knowing about. It contains stearic acid, which is a saturated fat that science now admits doesn't raise cholesterol like other saturated fats. That's been overlooked for 50 years while we were told all saturated fat was bad. Cocoa butter is solid at room temperature and melts at body temperature, which is why chocolate melts on your tongue. If you're into making your own chocolate or certain types of baking, Seven Hills Whole Foods Organic Cocoa Butter is available on Amazon UK and in health stores. It has a distinct natural cocoa aroma, and it's a niche ingredient, but it's real food. Number 1. Perilla oil. This is a traditional oil used in Korean and Japanese cooking for centuries. It's extremely rich in omega-3 fatty acids, even higher than flaxseed oil. It has anti-inflammatory properties and a nutty, slightly minty flavor that's unique. You'll use it raw or very lightly heated, never for high-heat cooking. It's delicate. Drizzle it on finished dishes. Mix it into dressings. If you can find Otogi Perilla oil at Korean specialty stores or on Amazon UK, it's the authentic option. This is one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3 you can get, and it's been a staple in Asian kitchens for millennia while we were being sold seed oil. So there you have it, 30 cooking oils and fats and the industrial waste you've been told is healthy. If you found this useful, click the hype button one more time. Share this with someone who still thinks rapeseed oil is a smart choice. Leave a comment telling me which food we should investigate next, because there's a lot more to uncover. The food industry has been lying to us for decades, and the more of us who know the truth, the harder it becomes for them to keep selling us rubbish. Until next time, read the labels, trust your instincts, and protect your plate.